This week on JTV, we're creating an incredible centerpiece out of rose spheres created from Eufloria spray roses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You won't believe it. So let's get started with today's Eufloria spray rose project. Today's project is going to feature the pink spray roses, and there's a multitude of them that Eufloria creates. We'll be using 3-inch Artesia spheres to create a sphere that's out of each variety of roses. So we'll start with one of my favorites, Anuhia. Again, Anuhia means cool fragrance, and this special rose that Eufloria carries exclusively, I don't know of any other grower in the world that carries this rose, and it has an incredible fragrance. It's one of my favorites because of the fragrance and the hot pink color. Now, I've allowed my Eufloria spray roses to open for a couple days. That's another key with using their product. Because Eufloria are American grown, it means that we get the freshest roses possible from them. And when we get them in, we have to give them the opportunity to open up. They travel in water, or to some locations they can be FedExed overnight. But when we do that, we need to get those roses into a hydrating solution that includes Chrysal Professional 2. By using that hydrating solution, we're able to have the most beautiful roses. The Rose Pro that's also offered from Chrysal is exceptional for Eufloria. And Eufloria also conditions their roses using Chrysal Formula 1 right at the farm. So these roses have an extra good head start. We're cutting the stems short. And what you'll notice is if we take that stem and cut it off so it's just about 1 inch long, it's going to be easier for us to insert that directly into the foam and let that head sit on the base of the foam itself. So we're putting those inside here and we're putting them close together. Now, we could also use the buds and insert those and intermingle those as well. The great part about this arrangement is it's going to feature all sorts of different varieties, all created in spheres. So the round form itself is really the shape and the theme of the entire design. Using a smaller sized sphere like this is going to create a sphere that's about 2 inches larger than the form that we started from. So we go from a 3-inch and we'll achieve a 5 to 6 inch sphere using that 3-inch on the inside. I really prefer using the Artesia spheres because one of the great keys to the Artesia product that Floracraft creates is the fact that it grips the flower stems so securely and holds on to them. So as I'm placing these in here, I know they're going to be nice and secure. Anuhia is one of the larger varieties of spray roses that Eufloria grows. There are others that are smaller too. Each one of the spheres that you're going to see today were created from one bunch or less of a spray rose from Eufloria. Because their spray roses look like this, it really is a great value when you're purchasing an American-grown rose like Eufloria. Okay, our sphere's completed. And the last key ingredient to creating a beautiful sphere like this is to coat it with Chrysal Professional Glory. We're going to mist it on all sides. And we could go ahead and stick this into the cooler. That way it can crisp up and we can make them ahead of time if we're creating a wonderful, fantastic centerpiece like we are today. So you can get that work done ahead of time. We created all sorts of spheres. And because Eufloria continues to come out with new spray roses all the time, I have to make sure that I mark them so I remember what all the names are. This one is Astral. Notice the difference between the bigger size of the Anuhia and the little tiny Astral. Our next one that's kind of a peachy pink that looks like this is called Elena. One of my favorites, Crimson Glory, because the tips are just tinted with a little bit of crimson. Denim Star. Many of you know Chad from Eufloria, and this is one of his favorite roses. It's a tween category rose. It hints towards the lavenders and also looks great with reds and pinks as well. Unita is a great hot pink color. Constance has almost a dusty pink appearance and has a little bit of a ruffle to the edge of the rose itself. A second Anuhia, and this one's called Pink Dawn, with just a light cast of blush white on the reverse of the petals. And our final two pink colors, Natalie and Silver Bell. Silver Bell has a wonderful silver cast that speaks to the new trends we have in the graying colors of pink. Look at all of the different pink opportunities you have available from Eufloria spray roses. And these roses today are going to be an integral part of our beautiful centerpiece, which is created in a vase from Accent Decor. I'm using this vase in an alternate fashion to how it would normally be used. Normally, this is the pedestal and this is the top. But for today's arrangement, we're going to use it this way. I'm going to use two new pieces that are available now from Floracraft. The Artesia Designer Ring and Tray. We've got the ring that fits down inside the tray and has a nice area so that we still can insert flowers all the way around. These come in 3 sizes, so I'm using the small and the large size. The large one, I took the ring out and inverted the tray and set the ring on top. With the smaller one, I used it just like this. And the first thing I did was bevel the edge of the foam in both cases so that my insertions were easy to create. The base is the first part. And here we've taken our Artesia Designer Ring and Tray, put our flowers all the way around the outside, and then inserted the small Illuminator from Acolyte. We'll turn him on, place him inside there, and he goes underneath the dome. Notice that the mini Illuminator gives a reflective quality to the stem of the vase itself. Our first placement is going to be one of our smaller spheres. Let's use this one and place it down inside there. Then we'll follow with a second one. And a third. Now I could continue to stack these and have them come out the top like that. But because I've created a top for this today, and I want to use the Maxi Illuminator to create other light inside here. So I'm going to use that there. But because I used the tray and inverted it, it's going to fit on top of the container just like this. My Maxi Illuminator then will fit there, and my flower arrangement goes around the outside. Thus, that will cast light down onto the inside of this too. Here's our completed top, using different varieties of roses from Eufloria as well. Splendid Renata, Sweet Moments, and Milano. we'll simply pick this up and put our illuminator in the center. Then this goes on top. We've also added ribbons, same technique that we always use on JTV, by inserting the Reliant ribbon, all these beautiful shades of green and pink, using a wood stake or a chopstick. We'll add a few of our Anuhia and Natalie. One more right up in front. Our other spheres then will be placed on the table. We can enhance the top even more by adding pink acolytes. I'm trimming off the cord on the back of the Floralite 2, pulling it on and placing it into the arrangement. This is a final step that I would do when I get it installed, so that I can ensure that that light is traveling all over the entire area where it will be displayed. We can even add these to the spheres on the table if we want to. That's the great thing about the Floralite product. They're so compact, and their exterior is coated in pink as well. So it's very easy for us to place them and camouflage them inside a design. We can place some on the bottom too so that they would reflect on the table. It emphasizes the pink that we've created in the entire design. Our last step is to add some of the great new pink metallic wire. And I can curve this around my spheres so that it starts to incorporate everything. A metallic line like this will help gather all of the pieces together. An arrangement like this is definitely over the top, so we want to make sure that we've done everything to make this be as impressive as possible. I want to add a few more lengths of Reliant ribbon on the table to transition the spheres to the top of the arrangement as well. Our final step is always professional Kreisel glory. To make sure our flowers last as long as they possibly can. A beautiful centerpiece that's befitting of the prettiest roses on the planet. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.